Welcome back to Brother, Sister, Whatever, the podcast where Gen X and Xennial siblings break down modern adulthood in under 15 minutes. So today we're going to be talking about singleness, dating, independence, and why so many people are choosing to stay on their own. Let's get into it. Josh. Are people choosing single life or are they escaping bad dating?
No, I think they're choosing single life.
I do too.
In my opinion.
It's interesting, eh? Why do you think that?
Well, I think
what do you think is so different between this this upcoming, and do you think it's this generation, like up and coming generation, or do you think it's even our generation that are now?
I think our generation not so bad.
Okay.
It's but yes.
Okay.
One generation below us, no. So us, it started.
Yeah.
And now it's worse. And now the next generation will be even worse.
Okay.
And there will be no babies.
There'll be no babies.
No, but yeah, that's how I look at it. I don't know if you ever saw. There's a woman on a TED Talk. I'll keep it very short because it's a long joke. But basically, it's a shopping mall. Have you seen this?
No.
So it's a shopping mall just for women.
Okay.
And you buy a man. Okay. And there's levels. There's 5 levels. And so the first level, you get like a faithful husband. You can go up a level, but you can't come back down. Okay.
Okay.
And you don't know what's up on the second level. So, the woman's like, oh, faithful husband, like that's not bad, but like shit, I want more. I want to go to the second level. So, they go to the second level and it's like, get a faithful man who makes, this much amount of money. And it's like, oh man, that sounds really great. Like, my God, this is perfect. But I think I'm going to go one level higher. You go one level higher and it's like romantic, rich, and faithful, and so on and so forth. And they decide to go to the next level, the 5th level, like the highest level. And they go to the level and it says sold out. This just goes to show you that you can't make women, that you can't be happy with whatever you have, And yeah, it was a TED Talk, but it was a very interesting one. And I laughed about it because, I can see how we are always trying to get the best, extract the best that we can possibly get, right? Mm-hmm. It's like in our nature to do it.
It's true, yeah.
And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but I feel like there's definitely, I just find the standard is a little bit higher on that regard for women. So women are.
I think that is utter bullshit. I think. I'm like, okay, and you could flip that over, and I wonder what the mall would look like for the man. So the man, the first level, you're getting X, Y, Z, and then and let's see how many. Like, I think that's ridiculous, Josh. That's fucking ridiculous.
I think men would settle a lot more.
Please, what would? Oh man. Anyway, I don't know if you're saying this just to get a rise out of me. Or if you actually believe this. I'm going to choose, dear God, to think that you're just trying to get a rise out of me.
It's a little bit of both.
Okay. Oh, Josh.
We're not wired the same.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I think women look for different things and men look for different things. And I think they're polar opposites. So even if there was that mall for the men, which I'm sure there is, I think the things in the mall would be entirely different.
Absolutely. Level 1 would be cooks just like your mom and does your laundry and has big boobs. Level 2. Like 2 could play this game, Josh, like not all women
I would settle on level 1. The level 1 you sold me. I wouldn't even go to level 2. I would be done. That's all I need. Did you say cook? I'm good. I'm done. That's it. I wouldn't have to go to the next level. I think it would be very hard for some people to not go to the next level, for men and women. Would you be able to settle with level 1?
No, I wouldn't settle for the first. I agree. People, I'm not going to generalize women, okay? People are always going to want more. And it could be, or better. And it could be across the board. It's not just romance, right?
Yeah.
It's everything, okay? But my personal choices may not be the next person's personal choices, right? And what's important to me may not be important to you, et cetera, et cetera. So do I think I would settle for the first floor? Probably not. But I do think that I would not continually, like, I think I would appreciate something good. I feel like I have. I married him. I appreciate something good when I see it.
I would settle for level 1.
You would settle for
what
level 1?
You just said? What you just said?
Yes.
What you described? Absolutely. That's a winner chicken dinner.
Oh shit.
100%.
Well, listen.
I mean, the person could be working at fucking, I don't give a shit, McDonald's. I don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't change anything for me as long as those qualities are there,
Exactly.
So,
right?
I don't need more than those qualities.
Like, you can always get a better job. You can your financial situation can always get better. You can like, there's tons of things that can get better over time with a little hard work and maybe a little dreaming along the way, right?
Yeah.
But there are other things, like really important things, like core values that are like, it is what it is.
I just feel like
if I've learned nothing over my dating life, you cannot change anybody.
No.
It is
for
like,
sure.
And if you sitting there waiting for something and hoping for something to change is like worth fucking.
Well, that's what some people do. Some people get into relationships to try to fix them.
Well, get over yourselves, because it's not going to happen, and move on.
Yeah. Well.
So,
preaching to the choir.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
But the point of the question is why people are being single, and that's why. It's because the expectations are always constantly on the rise, and no one can be happy with whoever that person is. They have to constantly want an upgrade or want more. It's not okay that a guy works at McDonald's.
So let's look at, because I can understand that point of view, okay? Because right now we're living in an age where perfection is in front of you on any screen, right? The illusion of perfection, certainly, okay? And while most of us know that that's not truly the case, that's the picture you're putting out there, because social media or not, we're all putting an image out there.
For sure.
Okay. Of what we want people to see or not see. When all you're seeing is the perfection of somebody else's relationship, right? Perfection. Or the beauty that is, look at that beautiful couple, and I want this, and I want that house, and then of course you're not going to be satisfied. But then you're missing out on some core opportunities to really meet amazing people that don't have it all.
Yeah, for sure. I think in this day and age, on both, at least I can say that on both sides, men and women, a lot of it I think comes down to money, man. It really does. A lot of it.
Everything comes down to money with you.
It does, though. This is why people have such a hard time.
That's not going to affect my relationship. If my husband lost his job,
you're going personal now. I'm not talking personal.
What are
Because,
you talking about then?
well, Lisa, do you think I care about money? Do you think I care about the girl and where she works? She could work in fucking a shithole, making $20 an hour, $10 an hour. Doesn't change at that for me. But
Okay.
in the general scheme of things, people they don't want someone working at McDonald's. They don't want that. They want someone who's got a serious head on their shoulders, who has some crazy job, who can drive a fucking Land Rover or whatever. Like that's the persona I see every day through the clients and the work, and the people I meet. Like these are the kind of people that I deal with. At least people are more single than they've ever been. Men don't want to get married for reasons, right? We know that for a fact. It's a statistic that a lot more marriages are not happening. Men are not going into relationships. Why is that happening? Right? So and a lot of it, I think, has to do with the fact that it all revolves around they're not making enough. At least a part of it, I think.
Well, I will agree that I think that most people are waiting for this. And in waiting for this, they're letting their single lives are extending longer and longer because they're not getting anything here. And while I will never say lower your expectations, okay, I do want to say maybe be slightly more realistic.
Oh, you know what though?
That's, I'm not saying forego your values.
No, for sure.
But maybe, you won't, the guy that your dream guy or your dream girl won't be in the location that you're expecting. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think people want to be on the same level to a degree. I think they want to be on the same level.
I can certainly understand that.
So, you have a great job. So, for example, you have a great job, you make really good money, and, you're in the single life and you meet someone who's making $40K less than you. Again, not saying personal, but generally, that's a big turnoff to at least the women that I have met in the dating circle. It's got to be some form of equalness, unless they see some form of investment in you. Like
like some form of investment.
Well, you know what I mean.
That means that you're
ambitious,
willing to
change
the word? Somebody.
But is that the word, ambitious? Like if they see ambition in the person.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I like ambition in a woman. Like someone who's like hungry,
a go-getter, and
like I like that. But I think that I think it's just a little bit more expected in men. In my eyes, as a man, from what I've seen from the women,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot more divorce couples that have been together for decades that are now splitting up. I'm seeing a lot more of that, right? And I'm hearing that it really has to do with mental health, right?
Yeah.
The fact that they're not happy and they don't like talking about what was different back then. Back then, in the 80s, 70s, before that, they were staying married regardless. There was there divorce? Of course.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, the chances of couples staying together for long term, despite or in spite of being unhappy, was quite high.
I think they were also working through it a lot more than we are today. I think today it's a lot more like.
But I think a lot of more people have escaped this delusion of being able to change somebody else, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Or like if something isn't, if you've been working on something for 20 years and that fucking thing's not changing, it ain't gonna fucking change. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it becomes, is it worth staying another 20 years and living with this? Or am I done?
What I would love to know about these situations
Yeah.
is how often do they find someone first before leaving? And is it an upgrade?
Well, I can only speak for the you know, bunch that I know, and there's no somebody else. They are literally thriving and enjoying being single.
Well, that's healthy,
right? So
that
it's like,
that
why?
to me isn't I'm unhappy. That is, you've been affecting my peace for so many years. Like, to me, that's two different things, just in my own personal head.
Okay. Okay.
So, like, that would make a lot of sense. Yeah. Those people are
choosing to be single now.
Yeah.
For themselves.
Unfortunately, what I see a lot of I'm unhappy. Do you know what I mean? Like, which you have a right to be, unhappy or happy, of course, but it's like, I just see like a lot of double standards.
Well, yeah, it's interesting. And I don't know any stats. I'm just talking out of my ass here. But I personally think that a lot of the older, like in your 40s, 50s,
like our age,
getting divorced is more likely than not being prompted by women. And I think it's because we were fed a bunch of bullshit growing up about how we should be and what it should be like, and we're tired and we're done. And so there's a lot more women saying, what am I doing in this situation if I'm not happy? And I want to be happy and live the remaining years of my life with some joy and happiness and peace. Right? Now, is that for every, like, I'm very much like generalizing it, right? But I do think that's most likely what's happening in the older, our age, 40s, 50s, with the divorce rate, and why we're seeing so many of this age bracket single now for the first time in many, many years. I don't think many people are rushing out to be with somebody else again. I think it truly is more on an independence, mental health, happiness thing, as opposed to somebody else.
Well, I agree. I think that's well said. I think that in the prerogative of what they're going through, hell, I mean, to be honest, maybe even in just the prerogative of marriage in general, I think it's a bad deal. I think in a lot of ways it's a bad deal. It's a contract where both of you are going to lose your shit if it goes sideways.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be splitting your kids. It's a bad deal.
Yeah.
It's a bad deal.
Yeah.
In many ways. And I think people our lower like generation, I think they're realizing that, like, fuck, man, it's a bad deal.
You ready for some this or that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start this time. Dating apps or no apps, or like going out there like old school?
Well, I mean, in this day and age, dating apps, I guess. Real dates or let's hang?
Oh, fuck that. Real dates. Those let's hang shit. Like, shit or get off the pot. You either like somebody or you don't. And if you like them, then at least put one foot fucking in, Let's hang shit. Let's hang is a code word for
hook up.
Yeah. It's like the equivalent of like the 2 a.m. booty call. let's hang.
Netflix and chill. It's called now.
Yes, there you go. I have thoughts about this. Okay, red flags first or green flags first?
Red flags first. I mean,
yeah.
That's how you dip out.
So you dip out.
Well, yeah.
It's true.
Who wants green flags first and then red flags after? Ugh.
It's true. That's true.
Because then you're like, oh, and then, oh. So who wants that? I mean, come on. Casual dating or intentional dating? I feel like that's real dates and let's hang.
Okay.
First move or wait?
I'm going to say first move.
Oh.
I did that with my husband and it clearly worked out. So
good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, last one, Josh. Emotional chemistry or physical attraction? Kind of feel like it's a trick question. You got to have both in some way, shape, or form. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have both. But I mean, you see, it's funny, eh? Because I'll be honest. I'll probably look at physical first.
Yeah.
And then the moment the word comes out of their mouth, it's either a yay or nay.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like physical, yeah, but they could be insane, like an 11 on 10. And then the moment they speak, like, you know, or whatever, it's like, oh, no.
Yeah. Well, that's our take. So tell us, do you think more people are single by choice or because dating in 2026 feels like emotional dodgeball? So drop your thoughts below and we'll see you next Thursday on Brother, Sister, Whatever.
Later.
Bye.